Right. No, hang on. I should actually check the orders that's coming through. Was the order coming through? Right. I actually have to make sure of these things. It's all a bit ended up being a bit rushed. Mainly because the video just finished exporting. Well, the press rush video this goes up at 10. Just finished rendering. Just right. Turn the audio off for that. Right. I'll set this to upload and sort it out at the end. I have to do lots of talking. Where is it? God, I think the keyboard looks like that was weird. Alright, there we go. Do that. And that. Pause. Freeze. Export. Right. That job is done. Ha. Right. I can actually go and actually check these things now. Yeah, go on to the actual thing. Bloody thing. Decides to do the whole thing very stupidly. Come on, Twitter. Work. Fav. Work for a moment. Yes. Right. I'm on the thing. Yes! I'm here. I'm actually there on the page. I can read the questions now and read things. Right. Yes, because Blog Hour is the actual event. That's actually going on. In 21st. So that would be this week. Oh, okay. Right, okay, so it's actually going on this week then. It's kind of ish a shock to me, mainly because we're not, well, I've said it many times before that we're not actually doing it. We're not doing it this year. So if it crept up on me, then it's no real surprise. I've been fairly detached, pretty much, about it. Really? No, wrong mouse. Make sure I'm actually doing the right thing. Yes. Take that away. So that goes there. So I can look at chat. So I can look at chat and actually see what's going on and move that there. So I can look at the questions. Move that across there. And there. That ends up being quite good today, because I'm guessing the blog hour is going to be mostly about stuff that's going on. It's happening this Friday. Which, as we're not going, it's as we're not going, and as we're on our off year, then there isn't really that much to not really that much for us to talk about it, really, on it. But I did go to the event in 20... Well, I have gone to the 3 previous ones. It is 3 previous ones, isn't it? Well, I went last year, as we were shortlisted, and I went in 2014, because we were shortlisted, and I went to 2015 as a thing. So I've been to the previous 3 events. I think this is the first time we're not going to the Blog Awards thing. The first time we're not actually going to it at all. Because I think with the previous 3 events, we were nominated twice, and were there. And I think with the time that we weren't nominated, I still went. But, yeah. Must be quite, it's one of those very strange things where it's, just not gone this year. It's going to be quite quiet time for us. Plant that. Make sure. Got all the food. Make all of the food. Been trying out this shotgun, sort of in a few bits. I like having shotguns but this shotgun is terrible, which is a pain. Yeah. And plot-wise, the first are caught up. I've gone to the moon and defeated the first boss out of 4, I think. Or 5. I don't know. And yeah, so I've been released into the universe to do as I please. Hello, are you hostile? Yes, you are hostile. Ah, crap. Come on. That's what I mean by the shotgun. It's terrible. It fires. It's supposed to have like ka-tung. Oh yeah, it's got the grenade launcher as well. I forgot about that. Frost? Really? Oh yeah. Frost damage grenade. Ah, that's white blue, isn't it? Yeah. Right. That explains that then. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how that caught up. So I'm basically just going to be running around, doing what I want for a while. Because I have free reign now. Might just travel around the system for a little bit. Yeah, but this is a plug. I think I should start answering the questions. So, the first question is, it's UK Blog Awards this Friday. What are you most looking forward to about the event? We're not going, as I said, we're not going to be there. But with previous experience, I can talk about the stuff that was quite nice about the event. About the previous events. It's the thing that's always quite interesting. The thing that is always quite nice about, especially the blog hour events, is that they're very varied. That being that there's a big variety of people at these events. It's not just because you have industry people. It was I think it was last year was the first time I actually met some of the guys behind Tibbet, and there is a selfie or something. Might be on their Twitter or someone else's Twitter. I got the picture somewhere because I put it in one of the news episodes of me with some of the Tibbet people. Tibbet being one of the sponsors for. I think they were the sponsors for the tech category, which we went into, but I don't think we got into. I don't know. I can't remember what category we were always in. It's because the category that I always think of that we always go for is media and entertainment, and there never is a media entertainment one, but there are ones that are kind of like it, and they're the ones we always end up being in, and most of the time I can't remember what they are. Right, let's go to. Oh, I'm around a gas giant. Okay. Right. I'm in Galactic Ordnance 933809862 by -911956289. Let's see what else is in our system. There we've got a gas giant. The innermost planet is a barren planet. That's nice. Well, kinda. Barren just means it's nothing there. Not even ores. Ores would come up in this bottom section. If you would see that planet comes up with copper, silver, gold, and iron. For the barren planet, there's just nothing. I don't think I've ever been to a barren planet before. Might be a good place to establish the base colony then, if there is literally no life there whatsoever. Yeah. I'll have a look at this one. I don't think I've ever seen a barren planet before. But yeah, the fascinating thing is always meeting people around these events, meeting the people at these events, because, well, it's a big giant meet and greet as well as an award show thing. Well, I think there was at one point as well I met someone who did this. I think I met them at the event. It was either that or I met them through Blog Hour, who does N64. If I'm getting that one right, I haven't really talked about retro games in quite a while, so it's I've been trying to get reviews out, and there's a new review coming out tomorrow. Yeah, so it's always good. The events like Blog Hour are always good to meet more people and other people at events and things, because, well, they're very good for meet and greets and things like that. Question 2. Question 2. You gave me a 17. Has not only been about winning, but recognition for the industry. What have you enjoyed most about the process? Yes. The thing that has always been quite astounding to me, especially for the times that we were nominated, was the fact that at times, well, just being nominated is quite the recognition, and it's always quite strange because I'm always a very pessimistic kind of person, and always the well, out of the four of us, I'm the one that calls sort of misery to use a phrase first. I'm usually the one that usually calls misery first, which ends up creating a very well, I end up being the pessimistic one. I'm the one that annoys everyone with my annoyedness. But events like Blog Hour is always quite strange for me, because I'm going there as, well, when we've been nominated, it's been times we've been going there as some sort of recognition. It's like, yeah, we're there because we're up for an award. It's like, really? How the fuck are we up for an award? And that's always been the strange thing. It's getting the recognition itself is always rather astounding to me, because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to getting praise or awards or anything. It's very strange. It's always very weird for me. Wow. Is it really just sand and dirt? This might actually be a good place to actually set up a colony. We'll just have this place as the colony rather than anything else. Lots of space to build. There's no environment either. It's actually rather grim. I didn't really expect it to be this grim. Yeah, you really get to see the backgrounds. The way that they do the suns has always been absolutely astounding to me in these games. It really is just dirt and nothing. That's... yeah. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that. That's... yeah. Like I said, I'm quite the pessimistic person, so... things like this are always quite astounding. I need to do some writing, or at least set up the YouTube video for this one. Or at least set up the YouTube video for the press rush. Still doing that one. God, I have to reopen the programs. I can't remember anything. I can't remember anything. I have to look at this. Oh God, and I'm hungry as well. I'll port myself back to my home base and cook some dinners. Or, actually, at the teleshop, I can make better food at the Ark. Right. Food. Food. I'm looking at like 4 screens at once. Puppy risotto. No, there we go. Ooh, garden salad. Make that. Carrot bread. Stuffed tomato. What is stuffed tomato? Cheese and bread. What is that? Steak. Raw steak. Ribs for these. Carrot soup. Milk and tater. Already used the tater. Already used the tater. Probably broth, wheat, and boiled pearl peas. Oh yeah, I can make some boiled pearl peas. I can find them. Could be somewhere. Boiled pearl peas. I just can't make them in this, can I? No. I have to do something less high tech. I like that. Is extremely good. That fills up a lot. And that. Air juice. Man. Wait, cake. What do I do for cake? Milk and eggs. Ooh. I'll buy that. Yeah. Right. I think before we get to delve too deep into my pessimism, we'll go on to the next question afterwards. And egg. Christ, I unlocked a lot of recipes. Oh yeah, I just thought I should check up on my egg. My egg should be at least close to hatching somewhere. Cake. Let's craft coffee cake, carrot cake, blood. Jesus. A lot of stuff. Should make pulpy risottos. Just the one then. Right, munchity crunchity. Munchity. Crunchity. And I'm full. That's good. To ship, please. Right. Yeah, I want to take a moment and do this press rush video. Get up. It's I have to have better timings for these things. Yeah, but let's have a look at this question, and then while I'm doing some typing up, I can do some talking. Well, that's all going on. Well, actually, let's have a look at the blogger page itself, and see what people are saying. Latest. See what people are saying. See if I can answer some questions that people are having. Just gone up. 25 seconds. 3A. Whether you're attending UKB or not, which content creators are you most looking forward to meeting in person? The thing that's always been fascinating with me is the people that I don't expect to meet. It's like meeting the Tibet people. I kind of expected to meet them because we had talked quite a fair bit before the event, and I think, well, I think I knew at some point we were going to meet up. It's like, oh, if you see. I can't remember his name. I remember his face. I can't remember anyone's name at the moment. I think there's too much stuff going on in my head at the moment. I can't remember anything. But yeah, we were talking before the event, and seeing all of the people. It's the thing that is always quite. I'm just I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. I really can't do that. It's a skill that I really need to have. It's really quite strange where I can play a game and talk at the same time, but I can't type and talk at the same time. It must be a different part of my brain or something. Right, I'm just going to have to schedule it as is. Right, today at 10. I'll sort out everything else afterwards. Yeah, I'll sort everything out afterwards. It's got to go up when it's meant to. Yeah. So, actually go back to what I was... actually actually talking about. The thing that is always well, the people to meet at the events is the people that you would not normally meet. Like I said, with the Tibet people, is that that was kind of pre-planned. It is sort of expected. But even for last year, I got talking to what's business cards somewhere? Where's business cards? Sort of somewhere in the pile. I think it was Metalopocalypse or something along those lines. We ended up talking about metal music and things, which is quite interesting because it's something that now runs in the family, not with me, but with someone else. But so it's yeah, and so it's sort of didn't expect to find someone to meet that person. And there's other people that I just didn't expect to meet. I think the very first time I went to the event, I met the Blogwatch people. I think I met Gemma. Gemma and I think it was her brother. It's I think it was Gemma and I think it was her brother. It was the two people who were running the event or managed the event, because they were the ones that had the big introduction at the beginning as well. But I think it was someone else, and Gemma had the big introduction at the beginning, I think. God, it's 3 years ago. I don't remember. But yeah, I met them, and that was the time when, because Kenny and Chris actually came to the event as well, but they were late, and yeah, so they were late. So I was standing around by myself for quite a while for that early time. Actually, which one is the third ring? That one. Ooh, quite a few. Lush foothills, landing location with flora and fauna abundant, a lush planet, and a desert planet. Desert planets are always quite interesting, but lush would be quite good because that might have the florins. Yes, let's go for that one. Yeah, so it's really is one of those quite interesting things, the people you would meet there. Because it's such a mix of bloggers, but also industry people as well. It really is quite strange, and it really has developed over the last few years as well. Comparing the first time I went there to last year, it really has expanded. I think to use the phrase corporate appeal, which is yeah, that's probably the best. It really is probably the best way to really explain it. Is it's sort of its corporate appeal has expanded to have other companies there as well. It's I think I end up making it sound slightly terrible, sort of saying it the way I am, but it's always been a very blogger event, but especially with last year, with the creation of things like UK Blog Relations and things like that, it's very much expanded into bringing companies in and helping bloggers communicate with established companies. It's always been very interesting, that sort of regard, because slowly, as I've started doing it more and more, talking to companies and things for normal business things and things like that, it really has. It's quite interesting seeing events like this do things like this. It's kind of interesting in that regard. 3B. Right, another question. If you attend the event on your own, what do you find are the best icebreakers to help you feel welcome? Well, I wouldn't mind actually finding this out as well. Out of the 3 events I've been to, 2 of them have been by myself. So I think, well, I should know how to deal with this, and I still don't. Probably the best, well, I should. I by this point I should have a big list of icebreakers, but I honestly don't. And it really is one of those. No, that button. Very quite. I don't want to say peculiar things. I'm saying that too much. The fact that. Come on. Oops. Oh, that's an actual. That's a platform. Cool. Yeah. Well, the best icebreakers to have, especially for an event like Blog Hour, is to just introduce yourself and kind of what you do as well. Because I think I ended up. Well, one thing that happens a lot at. Well, one thing that I've always said is that one of the areas that has exploded with blogging of late is things like fashion and beauty and other things like that. So I think starting off with what you actually do is sometimes quite good, as well. It sets the basis for your position. Really, it's come on, die. Screw it. I'm not gonna bother. It sets the stable point for your position. That being your specialization. That's probably the best way to say it. Because for me, it's for me, it's the most interesting conversations I've had is with other entertainment media people. People who write about music. People who write about video games. It's always one of the. Go on. The close quarters damage on this is generally terrible. I don't like this shotgun. Yes. Hello, you gonna try and kill me? No, no. I need 20 gates. I don't really need another gate. Can't really get anywhere. Ooh. That means this is going to be a camping spot, or at least a spot for shoppers or something. No, not shoppers. Merchants. There we go. I was going to remember it eventually. Yeah, so the best icebreakers is to just introduce yourself, really. There's not really that much else to really open with. Just don't be presumptuous of people or other things like that. There's not really that much else to really say about it. Pod chest. I don't think I've ever encountered anything like that. I'll take that. What does it actually say? There are items, a long, useful storage chest. I didn't. Really? I don't think I've ever found anything like that. Oh, get out of here before the jumper finds me. There you go. The shotgun should be one-hit kill. If it's not a one-hit kill, it's a terrible shotgun. There's loads of ruins on this planet. The elders certainly have been here, or the precursors certainly have been here. Yeah, the best icebreaker to have is the best icebreaker every person has is themselves. So the best thing to introduce with is yourself. It sounds like one of the most obvious things there is, but that really is it. People always end up trying to overcomplicate gatherings that are kind of like this. To have this, I don't know. People always end up trying. People always end up trying to have some sort of line, some sort of almost kind of catchphrase. Come here. Some almost kind of catchphrase for some reason, as this sort of kind of like the whole "how you doing" sort of thing. It's people. They always try and have some sort of catchphrase, and most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time it just doesn't work. Well, doesn't work in the sense where it doesn't. Come on. It doesn't work in the sense of how they want it to work. It's, yeah, they always want to have this sort of this catchphrase line, this catch-all line for things, and frankly, it never works. It's, in my experience, it's the thing to do is to just, actual thing, and with fish as well. I could actually go off and catch some fish, but I'm actually kind of full at the moment on food inventory wise. Yeah, they always try to have this. What are you? I don't know what you are. Hello. I can see you. I can see you. The night terrors are out again. Oh, there we go. Christ, that was a blind panic. Eat something. Let's just rest here for a moment before I screaming die. Yeah, people always try and have this sort of catch-all line for things like for events, and frankly, in my experience, it doesn't work. It's the best icebreaker you have is yourself. Introduce yourself. Introduce what you do. Be interested in what the other person says. Talk to them. Don't try and control the conversation. Just let the conversation meander as conversations do. Just don't go into conversations expecting something or trying to get something. It's don't go bull in the china shop to try and get a thing. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Be nice. Be subtle. Be normal. Really. There's really not that much else to it. Really. Don't go bull in the china shop. Oh, that. Get a thing. Doesn't work like that. Shut up. Bloody fucking Windows. Opening up. I'm jumping windows again. Fuck's sake. Right, the next question should probably be up by now. It should be enough of me complaining about my social inabilities. In this community, should there be judgment on how individuals choose to grow their following? I don't know. Partly because a lot of the things... I'm just going to wait here until light comes along, then I can just run, and then I'm not going to run into more night terrors. Yeah, it's... The thing that I've certainly noticed a lot is the... everything's falling off. Everything's falling over. The one thing that I've noticed is people are judgmental of basically lots of other communities outside of their own. And there isn't this sort of unified idea of how bloggers should increase their following. or how people or anyone should grow their following. There isn't a unified idea of how anyone or everyone should do it, which, in my view, is a good thing. It lets people be themselves. It lets people have the ability to grow grow in their own way, rather than it just helps people grow in their own way, rather than try and follow a blueprint. Because following a blueprint means just everything just ends up being standardized, and everything just ends up looking the same and acting the same, and that's not good. But having a personality driving sort of your community in the way that you grow is always a lot better than anything else. Really, there's that's probably the best thing. The best way to really say it is people shouldn't really be judgmental, but people are always going to be judgmental about the way that people create a community. It's like one of the things that is currently going around in the YouTube space is the never seen you before. What are you? Ah, you're a fake rock. What was making that thunking noise? Oh, you are hostile as well. There's fucking loads of you. Just passing through. Don't mind me. Just passing through. What is that? Frost biome? Keep it. Just jump not in the hole there. God, I must have thread the needle a bunch of times. Right, snow. Okay. Interesting. I know you. You are a pain. See ya. Oh, I just realised that was there. Stone chest. Ooh. Okay. What's that? Stone door. Interesting. What's that? Alien alpaca mask. Okay. I'll have that. I'll have the chest as well, because the first time I've encountered a stone chest, I'll always take the first thing I encounter it with. What is that? Oh, just dirt. So strange. Oh, I know you. Ow, didn't mean to go that, meant to go to there. Die, die. There you go. Ooh, there's a... Come on then. It's weird ducking and I'm still like... Still quite off the ground. It's such a strange mask. Yeah, people are going to be judgmental regardless, really, and more than anything you just have to grow. There's not much point in being judgmental about other people. Let other people grow the channel they want to do it in the way that befits them and their conscience. Probably the best way for me to put it is probably the let people grow the way that their conscience allows them to do, and don't try and dictate your way of doing it to them, because for one, it may not work for them the same way that their way may not work for you. But there may just be differences in the audience you want to get. These very subtle differences to get. It's like the difference between me and... It's like we still do Let's Play stuff, but a lot of the Let's Play stuff that we usually end up doing... Well, most of our content is usually rather analytical and skews slightly older. It's always very strange. We have the large chunk to delve into a little bit about analytics for a little bit. It's the largest chunk we have is the audience you would expect, the sort of the 18 to 25 sort of male bracket. But surprisingly, we have like the 25 to 30 female demographic is probably our next after that. It's very strange. The male and the female comparatively, we have what's like 80%, like 70% of our audience is male. But there you are. I was wondering where you were, because you are a merchant. What do you sell? Or not? I was hoping you were selling stuff. I guess I have to go down there and shoot everyone before the merchant shows up. Yeah. So basically, just don't dictate to anyone else their way of growing. Let them grow the way they want to grow. If it goes bad or anything else, then well, they grew the way they wanted to grow. It's don't dictate to them, but also don't be dictated to the way to do things. Blogs are about being personable and about you rather than anything else. Be you. Let you just be yourself, but let everyone else be themselves as well. Alright, question 5. If you are a brand looking for work with influencers, what step would put you in place to ensure a strong relationship? Well, these ones are always interesting, considering I'm the YouTuber. Well, I'm the video content manager. I'm the one that does the YouTube. I should probably just eat a few of these things to partly to get rid of them, but also to fill myself up so I heal. It's sort of deals that you have with brands are a quid pro quo. It's a deal where both of you get something in a matter of speaking. You both get different things. Like if a YouTuber signs with a brand, like for our position, it's like if a company pays for advertisements, it's like for a spoken advertisement for like a live stream or something, it's like, alright, this thing is sponsored by blah 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 blah. So that sort of thing. We're doing it for cash, but it's also kind of going for their legitimacy, in the manner of speaking. Because if like a big, huge, major brand like Flash or something advertised with us, then it gives us the credibility of like a TV network or something. It's yeah, there's a lot more to the sort of agreement connection that goes, because it goes both ways. If I was a brand, I would want someone of honesty, and I think that's what I would want from a brand as well. If we were to do a deal with a brand, would be just honesty. It's like I would want honesty from them, from what they would want and what they would plan to do. Look at that. That's actually stronger than my gun. Okay. Yeah, I would want honesty from them the same way that I would want. This is not. There we go. I would want honesty from. I saw that. I would want honesty from them the same way that I would expect them to want honesty from me. Every single time they try and come up, they're just gonna keep falling off. Ha 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 ha, you can't get me then. Although I can hide out. Oh, you've fallen off. Tough next to you. Right, you're coming up. Right. I'll have that. Take. Ow, ow. Get out, thing. Right. Down, off. Out, away, run away. Sit down. And eat some food. So you eat. No, you have to be standing up. I can't eat sitting down. There you go. Now heal. God, I just got my ass handed to me. Yeah, I would expect honesty from them the same way that I think they would want honesty from me. It's the agreement goes both ways. It's not just about having. It's not. It's well. To use the example I said before, it's us getting the reputability with a brand. Is on the same bar of them getting the influence from sort of from the audience that we have. So there is the dual agreement of what you get from it as well. So this is the complicated thing about working with brands, is that it depends on where you personally or where you as a company draw the line a lot of the time. Rather than anything else. It all depends on your standing with companies and how far you want to go with a brand. It's always one of the things that's always quite hard to explain. Because it's a lot of the brand stuff is usually done. Brand stuff is done in one of two ways. It's either done in a corporate fashion, is where you pay us to do advertisements. That's the traditional TV way of doing it. That's the way that the BBC, not BBC, the ITV channel for UK TV, what I was thinking of. The way that they do their advertising, it's you pay us, we put ad between shows. Transaction ends there. Or it can go much more for I was about to say emotional, not an emotional standpoint. It's much more in-depth standpoint, where the type in again. Yeah, where the sort of agreements end. A lot of the time, it's yeah. The best way to really explain it is that you either feel it out, or you just go at it from a completely corporate standpoint. There's pretty much no other way around it, and I think brands would see it, because that's the way that I would see it if I was a brand, and I think that's the way that most brands see it as well. Is that it's either something that is an entirely commercial process of we are paying you for influence of your audience, or it's something on a much more we like this, or we like this, or we like you, because this is how the game, sort of YouTube gaming has sort of created itself. This is how YouTubers end up in games these days. It's the developers like them, and so they end up in stuff. So it's yeah, it really is that sort of thing of just, it's, yeah, there isn't really much other way to really explain it. It's you either do it on a corporate fashion, or you just feel it out and work out where to go and what you're doing just after that. I'm just going to put everything together now. It's getting towards 10 o'clock, and I think because I'm jumping windows, it's all gone a bit confusing, all gone a bit mad. And I think we'll just talk about the last question. Right, we've got the last question across. What are you wearing on Friday for UK beer? Right, this is something that I think everyone else spent more thinking about than I did. I'm not one that is for fancy clothes. I don't really do it. I spend most of the time going around in a jeans and a t-shirt. It's the next time I go to the Blog Awards, hopefully next year when we have our on year. So next year, the thing that I've already planned that what I'm going to wear is my entirely black suit. So it's black shoes, black trousers, black shirt, black tie. I stopped wearing my hat, but that's generally I stopped wearing my hat. I used to call it my press hat. That's the reason why I think in some of the UKBA 14, I think 14 and probably 15, you see me in a sort of fedora trilby thing. It's because I call that my press hat. And I think the first time I covered MCM Midlands 2 years back, I think, I had a little press thing like stuck into the hat. It's supposed to be like an image gimmick thing. Turns out it was just stupid. And after a while, I just didn't like wearing hats. So I just stopped doing it. But yeah, I think other people probably spent more time working out what to wear than I did. It's the thing to wear for an event like the Blog Awards is to wear something that you feel comfortable in, something that's nice, and something because it is to do my finger quotes, respectable. It is a respectable event. This isn't MCM, so for MCM I go around in a jeans and a t-shirt and carrying whatever bag I have that's not broken at the time. But this is sort of a respectable event. So suit for the men. There's no real specific thing. Just look nice in a suit, like decent tie, nothing garish. I think the same could be said for the ladies as well. It's suit or dress or just wear something respectable and something that's respectable and something that's not garish. That's part of the reason why is probably the next time I go to the Blog Awards, I'm going to be wearing all black, just to see what happens. It's like, what do you write about video games? What do you write about video games? Me with my sort of slightly cropped. It's really quite strange. I'm starting to get something like a proper fringe now, which is really weird for me. Well, before it was like really long hair. Hence the hat. And yeah, it was the sort of. I'm just gonna get my guy back to the ship because I think I'm done for the episode today. I'm just gonna spend all the time talking about clothes. It's weird that I'm gonna spend all of my time talking about clothes. Yeah. It's just wear something respectable and something that's not garish, and you will be fine for the event. There's not really that much else to really say. I'm still confused by that bloody hat. I'm taking that off. That's weird. It's gonna drive me around the bend. It's just so weird. Yeah. This has been a very strange blog hour stream. It really has. Maybe because at this point I'm probably the least corporate one out of the four of us. And I'm the one that keeps going to these events. It's a terrible, terrible idea a lot of the time. It's as I'm the London contingent, I'm the one that goes to these things, and I'm probably the worst choice to go to these events. But I go through it anyway because it's always fun. And seeing my press monkey ass wandering about, mildly confused, sort of going, yeah, it's weird. The main thing to do is just go to the event and have fun, really. It's saying that sounds kind of stupid, but it's, just go to the event and just be generally kind of open. That's the entire point of events like this, is go to the event and talk to people. Not necessarily, it's people will talk to you. I don't go up to anyone, basically, at these events. It's people usually come up to me and talk to me. But, as I said, with me, with the sort of the hair and the mostly black, people go like, the hell is wrong with you? You look like a mental case. So people usually come to me a lot of the time. Hence the look I have a lot of the time. Although I think by this point I'm probably well established among the bloghouse people. It really is quite strange. This is a thought that I had last time, is that I was the one that started doing a selection of live stream posts on the Blog Hour site like 2 years ago, and I'm the one that started doing the Blog Hour streams. I only just realised that last week. This is like the third time I'm doing it. The second time I do it, it's like, hang on a minute. I only noticed that all of that last time, so kind of funny. I don't know. There's not really that much else to say. I'm gonna have a look at the actual Blog Hour sort of Twitter linings and see what people are actually going to see, what sort of stuff people are actually going to wear. Because this is the thing that I noticed, is that the vast majority of bloggers, most of the time, in a massive generalization, are usually fashion related. It's fashion and beauty related. It's it's even the people I know, fashion and beauty has become the overwhelming topic of specialization a lot of the time. Surprisingly, video games not so much. Surprisingly, video games not so much. But I think it's more because it's more competitive. To say it's competitive is putting it lightly. Vicious is probably the better way to put it. It's lots of bile and anger and biting. Fashion and beauty is a lot nicer and a lot more pleasant, even by my standpoint. Hence the reason why at some point I was very tempted to go like, yes, I'm going to write about cosplay. I'm going to write about cosplay all of the time. I know fucking nothing about it, and I'm still going to do it. That idea was swiftly shut down. It's talking about some things from a position of ignorance is quite good. It's talking about things like that, not great. I'm just going to annoy people and anger a lot of people. I think it's more because I know a lot of cosplayers and they will get very annoyed at me because my advice is usually wrong. Like I said, my suit for the next Blog Awards is going to be all black. I'm hardly the one to talk about fashion and beauty. It's my fashion sense is usually horrendous. I just go for not garish, and that means just no colour whatsoever. Don't do that. Don't steal my thing. I'm doing that anyway, just because I think it would be funny. Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not going to the event this year. Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not going to the event this year. Yeah. It seems like everyone is just... Part of me now wishes I was actually going to the thing. Everyone seems to be going, it's like, oh yes, I'm wearing this bright, like, silver shoes. I'm wearing this bright dress, wearing all these bright things. Part of me really wants to go now, just to go there and wear all black and freak everyone out. It's... Part of me wants to do that just because it'll freak everyone out. Part of me wants to do that just, yeah. Because it'll be funny as hell. I am the butt of the joke a lot of the time. I do that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably leave it as that for now. It's to make sure that all the stuff in this video is... The latest press rush is now up. Should be finished. Should be up now. I should actually check. Yeah, published now. It's up. So go and watch that. I think for now I'm going to be done for this now. Call it. I think part of it is because I was kind of rushed. I've been playing a lot of Sky Saga because Sky Saga ends now on the 27th. And yeah, I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Sky Saga just mainly because I want to get lots of recipes and build up the base in the next stream or over next week. Hopefully going to have might actually do a stream the next week's stream. Is it next week, 27th? Yes. Next week's Tuesday stream might actually be Sky Saga instead. I might just do that in Sky Saga instead. That, or I will switch at 10 o'clock and play Starbound for an hour, and then switch, and then do this, and then do Sky Saga for 2 hours. Because I might do that all the way up to the Thursday, where the servers get shut down for an indeterminable amount of time. I know it's not permanent, because I've just recently signed up to their press thing. I've recently just gone to their press list, so there's nothing bad happening. It's just they're closing down the servers for an indeterminable amount of time to update it to the beta. That, or it's going to be an update, and it's going to update to the beta, and then I'm just going, it's going offline for a day. At the moment, I know nothing. So yeah, I think I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, so go watch Press Rush, stream again on Sunday. No, I have to remember when we stream. Yes, Sundays. It is Sundays. Jesus Christ, my brain is just gone today. I've been trying to get stuff out. Yeah, and if you're interested, a review is going up tomorrow at 6. An actual review is going up tomorrow at 6 because I need to start getting them out to make sure I start getting them out, because otherwise companies will get angry at people not reviewing their games. Mainly because it's if I ask for stuff to review games and don't review games, kinda I'm the asshole. So I understand. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, so I've got a new review coming out. Don't come out tomorrow. Probably a new review coming out Monday as well after that. I am currently writing it. It should be done. It might come out Friday. If it's done Friday, it'll come out Friday. If not, Monday. Then yeah, Sky Saga streaming. Yeah, so goodbye for now. This is probably a terrible blog hour.